One of the most frequent questions that I get as a nurse, especially as a nurse who studies holistic stuff, is what do you think about supplements and what should I take? Now, everybody has their own unique situation, and I want to make sure that I am telling you that I'm not advising, I'm not recommending, I'm not prescribing, but I am educating you to make the best decision possible for your health, because we all want optimal health, and there is a huge place for supplements in optimizing your health. So over the past 20 years or so that I've been a nurse and studying holistic medicine and nutrition and supplements, I've created a flow chart. So let's go over that really quick. First, welcome to the Health with Hashimoto's podcast. My name is Esther. I am a registered nurse. I spent about 17 years in Western medicine, specifically in emergency departments around the United States. And then I just got so sick and tired of putting short-term band-aids on chronic things. I went back to school for holistic health education, and now I help women and men with Hashimoto's, and I'm trying my best to simplify complicated topics so that you can take effective action in your own health. You can figure out your path to health with Hashimoto's. And I do have a specific path for you. Step 1, 2, and 3. There's only 3 steps on that path. Step 1 is the free Hashimoto's Decoded. It is 10 questions to ask your doctor so that you can get your doctor helping you on your team, right? That's their job. And then step 2 is Hashimoto's Decoded, and that is root causes, helping you figure out what your own root causes of Hashimoto's are. Step 3 in your path to health with Hashimoto's is the Holistic Hashimoto's course. And there I'm going to take you by the hand and help guide you for 4 weeks as you figure out exactly how to implement the things so that you can address each of your root causes. That is it in a nutshell. Steps 1, 2, and 3. Easy peasy. You can download them by clicking the link in the show notes, or you can head over to the Health with Hashimoto's app. There's a link to that in the show notes. And I would be delighted to help you shortcut your time to getting better health. So let's talk about supplements and activators. I mentioned it in the last episode when I was talking about activating your mitochondria and telling your body to make more, as it is supposed to do. Our body slows down with age, but now our, age of slowing down starts after about 20, which is crazy. People used to slow down a lot later, and now we slow down so early. So I hope you listened to the last episode, which was all about energy. And then the long episode I referenced was episode 37, which is I need more energy. And that's all about something called the Dual Synergizer. It is activating your body to create more antioxidants. Those, fighting the bad things, right, in your body. The ones that your body produces are a million times more powerful than what you eat. I mean, seriously, like one of the superoxide dismutase is one that you make, and one of those fights about 1 million more than one blueberry, which is just mind-blowing, right? So you want to activate your own body. Let me tell you where I'm getting this. This is from my flow chart, and I have all of this in episode 83. I walk you through the entire flow chart that I made. It's also downloadable on the blog post for episode 83. But the flow chart starts out, this is applicable for everybody. It starts out with activating your own body to do what you are designed to do. And that is specifically that dual synergizer, activating those 2 different things. Your NRF1 pathway to make more mitochondria. That's the energy of your cell, right? You want your cells to have enough energy because you are made of cells. And if you have trillions and trillions of cells that are tired, well, you're going to be tired. We want your trillions of cells to have enough energy so that you have enough energy, right? Of course. But then as your cells are working, they are putting off, pollution or exhaust. Everything that works puts off some exhaust. That exhaust is in the form of free radicals, which cause oxidative stress. So you want antioxidants to fight that oxidative stress. So you want to activate both of those pathways to create more antioxidants and your mitochondria. Put those 2 together and you get the dual synergizer. Now, I am going to say quick, don't start this Dual Synergizer if you're not going to commit to it for 90 days, because you're not going to notice a difference usually within the first 30 days. And I don't want you to say, oh, I tried that and it didn't work. If you haven't tried it for a full 90 days, you haven't really tried it. It took you years and years and years to get to this point, and so it's going to take a couple months to get to feeling different. So that is step 1, activating your own pathways. Step 2 is making sure that you're getting the micronutrients that you need for a well-functioning thyroid. And there's a lot of micronutrients that you need. Your thyroid specifically needs a few: zinc, selenium, magnesium, iron, iodine, and glutathione. Now, everything that your body needs, it needs it in Goldilocks ranges. Too much is too bad and too little is too bad. You need Goldilocks amounts. And especially that is true for iodine. Too much iodine can cause a lot of problems, including flare-ups with people with Hashimoto's. So make sure that you're getting the Goldilocks range. And I talk about the specific ranges and guide you to know what you need in episode 83 and on that flow chart. So all of those things your body needs in order to have a well-functioning thyroid. And, the iron isn't necessarily needed for your thyroid, but you need enough iron to transport the thyroid hormone to everywhere in your body. So again, those were zinc, selenium, magnesium, iron, iodine, and glutathione. Now, you are not going to go out and get a supplement for each one of those. You want to get a good quality multi-nutrient. And this would come from a company who has studied how everything goes together, and they're going to help you get the Goldilocks ranges. Now, I already told you I swear by that Dual Synergizer, the NRF1 and NRF2 pathways, activating those. Well, the company that makes them is called LifeVantage. And they have worked with the Linus Pauling Institute, which Linus Pauling is the guy who discovered vitamin C in your body and helped figure out nutrients, micronutrients. So LifeVantage worked with the Linus Pauling Institute, whose job it is to study micronutrients, and they figured out the ideal ratios and amounts and times for your micronutrients. So they have what's called a time-wise multi-nutrient. And the morning one, you take it so that you have more energy. And then they put the evening one full of things that help you relax and help your body renew while you're sleeping. So every single day, I take that Dual Synergizer and that Rise and Reset system, which is the multi-nutrient system, because I want to make sure that my body has the ingredients that it needs for a well-functioning thyroid. Also, every single day, again, this is following the flow chart that I created that you can see in episode 83. I activate and then I supplement with the things that I need. The omega-3s, I do not get enough in my diet, so I take an omega-3 every single day. During the winter and sometimes in the summer, I also take a vitamin D3 with K2, and then I take magnesium, sometimes calcium at night for increased relaxation, especially if I'm having like restless legs or something like that, that's telling me that my minerals are off. And then I take a probiotic when I wake up in the morning. Now I get, like I said, that Dual Synergizer with the Rise and Reset. I get that from LifeVantage. I get all of my other things from FullScript, and you can get a FullScript account down below in the show notes. It's like the Amazon of good quality nutrients. They have them from so many different companies. And if you log in using the link down below in the show notes, you will see an Esther's favorites section at the top. And those are things that I personally use, the different brands. I love Seed Probiotic or Synbiotic. It tells you which magnesium I use, which vitamin D3 with K2. Obviously, you can go shopping on your own. Those are the ones that I have looked at, and I was like, the quality and the amounts are good, and that's what I'm going to trust. So every single day, I take that Dual Synergizer with the Rise and the Reset, and then I take the omega-3, vitamin D3 with K2, magnesium, sometimes at night, and a probiotic every single day. I hope that is helpful. Go check out episode 83 if you want more information on supplements and if you want to see the flow chart to help you figure out exactly what would be best for you to take in your specific situation. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. Please discuss any concerns and plans with your trusted healthcare professional. If you found this episode helpful, will you please share it with a friend? I'll see you next week on the Health with Hashimoto's podcast.